What up, everybody? It's your boy, MC Inspired Black Superman, Mr. Health and Wealth. And this week's message is, hey, man, no more looking back, man. You gotta stay looking forward. What do I mean by that? And I recently decided to take a deep dive into the story of Jeremiah. And guess what? Everybody knows that famous Bible verse, Jeremiah 29:11. What does it say? For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you, not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future, right? We all know that. And when I really started to take a deep dive into the story of Jeremiah, I started to see how the Jews were literally captured by the Egyptians and the Babylonians. They were literally taken control of by their enemies to the point where they were pulled from Jerusalem to Babylon, right? So imagine this, you're living under the captivity of your enemies, doing everything that they tell you to do. And then it got to the point where Jeremiah was like, look, y'all finna be here for a while, so y'all might as well get comfortable. Go into cities, start getting married, start having babies, because guess what? Y'all got about 70 years to be here. But then I started to think about everything that the Jews have been through right up until this point, and it reminded me of that famous E.T. phrase of, ain't no way God brought me this far to bring me this far, right? And I started thinking, like, a lot of times we get into these situations, we feel like, man, like, God, why am I here right now in this position? Financially, spiritually, mentally, physically, like, why am I here? And a lot of times people get into these situations and they really start to question God. I'm telling you, hey, look, I've been that person where I'm like, God, like, why do you have me here right now? Why did you put me here? Why am I going through this? Why am I here in this apartment or this house, driving this car, living this lifestyle when you know that I want more? And then I remember to myself, ain't no way God brought me this far to bring me this far. Ain't no way you, the person listening to this, has been evicted. You, the person that is listening to this, has been homeless. Ain't no way you have had a car repo. You've had trials, tribulations. You've had family members pass away. And guess what? You woke up today, on this day, able to see and listen to this message. That means you have breath. You have life. That means God still has purpose in your life. So everything that you've been through, guess what? Has got you to this point, and ain't no way God wants you to stay at this point. But the problem that I see, that I hear a lot, and again, I'm speaking to you, speaking to myself, speaking to you, is that we'll get in these situations and be like, God, like, I don't want to be here. God, I don't want to experience this. God, why'd you take my grandmother? Why'd you take my son? Why'd you take my father? And again, he says, I have declared to you, I have plans for you to prosper. I don't want to cause you harm. I have a good future for you. So where you're at right now is not where you're going to stay. But you know what? You might have to be here for a while. And again, I've been there. People get so discouraged. It's like they want to give up. But I'm like, you've already been through so much. You've already overcome so much pain, right? Make your pain, turn your pain into a reward. Turn your pain into prosperity. Turn your pain into a testimony. And I'm telling you, sometimes I be listening to myself talk and I'll be like, man, but sometimes this pain hurts so much, God. But you got to remember, he didn't bring me this far to bring me this far, right? He didn't make me overcome so much. He didn't make me face so much adversity. He didn't make me go through everything I went through just for me to stop now. There's no reason that God woke me up today. There's no reason why God gave me breath, 10 fingers, 10 toes, all my teeth, healthy skin. I can walk, I can talk. There's no way he gave me that for me to stop now. And I'm telling you, it gets hard sometimes. Yes, sometimes that depression or that stress may kick into your life and you're like, God, why did you wake me up today? God, why did you give me another day to live this life that I'm living out? Why do I feel like I'm in captivity? And then you tell me that it's going to be a while before I get out of this. I got to actually do work. I got to actually put in the time and the effort. And then I got to pray. Then I got to tithe. Yes, he's telling you, do those things because through this process, I will give you peace. Through this process, I will be with you every step of the way. So guess what you can't do? You can't be looking back and saying, but God, what about this? I faced this. I did that. It doesn't matter. When you keep facing forward, focused, and when you stay looking forward, you are letting God know that I have faith and that my right foot's going to be grace and my left foot's going to be mercy. And I'm going to trust in you, Lord. So I'm telling you guys right now, ain't no way God brought you this far just to bring you this far. As long as you have breath, as long as you have energy, as long as you can walk, you can talk, you can move, you can do things to keep your forward progress, you can pray. Guess what? You're in good hands. You're in God's hands. And I'm telling you today, No way you're going to stay here when you literally just give every single ounce of your faith to God. You're going to prosper and you're going to fulfill God's will. So I don't know who this message was for, but I'm telling you right now, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, guess what? God's got a plan for your life. He will prosper you. Man, he will give you so many great blessings. You just have to keep pressing forward. It might take a while. You might be here for a minute, but guess what? Everything's going to be all right. So I remind you again, man, do these 4 things for me every single day. Eat better, take care of your health. Save better, take care of your finances. Live better. Man, get better at being yourself every single day. And in everything you do, always leave with love. If you find value in this message, please share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You guys have a blessed week.